just do that. Okay, that works. Let me set up. Get that going. Rift. Yep, good kid. Thank you. There-ish. Let me just. Okay. There he is. Hi, Chloe. Okay. Gosh. It's like chilly in my room, and like my hands and feet are cold, but my head's really warm, so I don't want to like... I don't want to turn my heater on because it's like, you know, hot air rises, so it's just gonna be like all the parts that's warm is just gonna be up there, up at my head, and all the part that's cold is just gonna remain cold. Okay. So I actually don't know why I just joined Echocraft, because I didn't actually fully intend to... I fully intended to be on my test world for most of today, but I suppose we can look around a little bit before we start actually designing things, and I can explain what I'm doing. So that's fine. Yo, hi Red, welcome in. Yeah, we don't need anything from here. Go, something like that. Okay, so I just want to show you guys the progress that's been done recently. Obviously, there's the bank, which I don't want to spoil too much of. It's not 100% done yet, but it's close. But also last night, it was mostly me and Hawk that did the majority of this, but Will and Chloe showed up a little bit later and chipped in up here as well, and down there a tiny bit. But we have done a lot of road expansion here. So we've got a bunch of actual like proper roads set up here, which is awesome. We've got the little nubbin up to Echo Tower pretty much done. I want to like finish this eventually, but for now this is good enough. But yeah, it's really starting to kind of come together. So yeah, eventually this will be fully finished, but for now we've just got a bunch of a chunk of nice road here, which is great. I like it so far. I think it's nice. And I think this would be cool if we had like a bit of road here and it came up a bit, but then just converged or like transferred to like the dirt path over here, and then it went dirt path all the way along here and then connected up here. That would be pretty good. When I say dirt path, I mean mud path, like it is up here in the spawn area. So yeah, we got some plans. We got some minor plans. It's looking pretty good so far. Things are shaping up pretty darn well, and it looks cool on the map. Looks great on the map. Look at that. Looks good. Anyways, two things I want to. Hi, Hawk. The two things I want to work on my in my test world, unfortunately, so it won't be online for most of this. Two things I want to work on my test world on are a little. I want to warm up by doing a little redstone challenge, for Hawk, based for this, for what's going to be this, and then I'm going to be doing a big redesign of a more complex redstone thing for over here. We're going to be redesigning how the minecart rail hubs function. So I'm gonna try to compact it and make it a little bit more efficient, a little bit faster, a little bit nicer. Because I've actually like gotten quite a bit better at redstone since I designed that. So I think I could do some improvements. And with some foresight of like what all needs to be part of the contraption, I can make it a little bit better. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go do that. Pizza stream will make my bad day so much better. Oh no. Why are you having a bad day? You're not allowed to have a bad day. No bad days. Looks fire. Okay, why did that happen? Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Testing world. Okay, Hawk, while you're here, I do want to ask, how many potions do you want available through your vending machine? And also, what's the price of the potions? I forgot. Is it 1 diamond per? 1 diamond per 3? Something. I know you had a pretty low price, but probably 9 different potions. Okay, that sounds reasonable to me. What price do you want it to be? I do have an idea of how to do it, but I need to figure out how the encoding works. I know it's possible to do lectern encoders, but I just I want to see if I can figure it out from scratch before I Google it. Because if I can't figure it out, I will Google it because it's something I've never done before. But I would like to see if I can figure it out from scratch. Maybe for the vending machine, 2 for a diamond because convenience. 2 for a diamond. 2 for a diamond because convenience. Okay. Okay. We can do that. Minecraft return encoder. I'm just gonna look up an image of it to kind of like get a grasp of. See, the problem is they're big. These are big machines. The lectern encoders are big, and I don't know if we have. I mean, obviously we can put some stuff underground, but actually, can we put some stuff underground? I should check if there's actually room underground because that's still like right over. Hey, what's up? How's your game going? Rober, Liam, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. The game's going great. We just started. I'm figuring out some. I mean, unless you put it on this side. Yeah, I suppose if you put it like on this wall, facing this way, it'd be fine. But like, not a ton of space. So we got to figure out how we're putting this together. Are you streaming every day? No, not every day. I wish I had the time to stream every day. I do streams usually Wednesdays and Saturdays. I did a surprise one last Monday because I had a day off because snow. But I do weekly videos and usually Wednesdays and Saturdays right now is my stream schedule. Roughly, you know, it's not always the same time. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking, I'm from the United States. I'm American. I'm getting pizza today. Yo, yay, pizza. We love pizza. I love that for you. That's the best. It's the best thing you could have told me. American boy. I'm an American boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm from New York. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania, so I'm right next door. Keep pushing, bro. Great work so far. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's 1 through 9. Okay. So that's 9 different potions. And it looks like those. Can't tell if those are. Okay. Okay. That's a pretty efficient way to do it. That makes sense to me. Let me grab some target blocks.
Hello there.
Hello there. Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Seeing this makes me want to jump in and play. Probably kind of pizza, probably pepperoni. So sophisticated. Ah, yeah, it's a very advanced pizza flavor. I think. I mean, if we had floor, I'm just gonna use grass as the floor example. And then if we had like, I'm just gonna use copper as a stand-in for like the vending machine. Vending machine stand-in. Floor. We'll use cobble as a stand-in for the wall. I'm just trying to make sure that this like actually functions the way that I'm intending it to. So obviously we have wall of the building. And what is it? It's pretty tall. That's the problem. It's a tall build. Ooh, actually, idea, hold on. I don't know why I whipped my mouse around. We can just bump it down 1. Like so. And then make it so like the first block, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over there at the theater board meeting. How to eat that pizza with your pinkies out. It looks kind of empty. I'm not looking for upgrades right now. Thank you. Choose your potion type. And then, okay, then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So if I do that and go all the way down to 9, yes. What you making pizza right now? I'm making a little like encoder for Hawk's vending machine. I think something like this, and then it's what this is. It this? Yeah. So then if we do this, ooh, I didn't consider that. does that work? We'll figure it out on our own. We should put shelves on the front of a block facing out. Front of a block facing out. Or she got 3 unskippable ads in a row. Oh, that's rough. Oh my gosh. YouTube ads are rough. What's up, people? Welcome in on Thinking Script. How's it going? I actually thought I have an idea. Anyways, I'm designing the machine itself while I'm walking. Nice. Okay, so this, and then wait, how does? It's going fine. How about you? Pretty good. I'm just doing a little redstone. 1, 2. I'm gonna bump this down a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see everything. So if those deactivate, we want output from these ones, but then not from these, right? So interesting. Okay. What are we trying to do here? I'm trying to make like a little lectern encoder for this. Like, this is supposed to be a vending machine, so I'm trying to figure out how to basically, you can choose what vending machine potion item you want, and then you can put a little bit of money in, press the button, and then it spits out a couple of potions for you. I'm trying to figure out the logistics. Trying to figure out the redstone. I fear I do not understand redstone. I think repeater is facing the block that the redstone torches are on. Facing the block the red. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. Hold on. That actually might do it. Hold on. There's the problem. Yeah, but what does that do then? What is that meant to do? Lectern encoder. What is that meant to do? Because that doesn't help. Unless... So this... hold on. This may not be the most effective way to do this, but I think it might actually work. Hopefully it'll actually work. Turn the torches on and off? Yeah, I'm trying, essentially you want, whenever it gets up to this torch, it wants to light up these torches, but also depower all of the ones before it. So that's essentially the goal. But the problem is execution, which is much harder. See with that. Oh, wait a minute. Can I conduct this through here? Can't conduct through. And it can't be a repeater because that increases the what if I just have to oh wait, okay. Does it rely on signal strength? Yes. Glass? Problem is I need the signal to go through this block. Like I need that one to also be deactivated. So like I think I just need to move this back. Essentially just make this here. 3 wide vending machine, or just 2 wide and it's over here instead. Choose your potion type. Use pages 3 through 11 to choose potion type. Blank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this might seem weird and redundant, but I'm doing this so I can put it underground. I want it to go underground. That's the entire purpose of this. I'm also going to get slabs for this. Let's see if we can get you. Wonderful. Just to keep you cleared. And then let's say we go to number 5. So what that essentially does it's not supposed to do that. What? You made a clock? How did I make a clock? Huh? How is that I hate bud battering. Fancy clock. A really fancy redstone clock, yeah. There's got to be some way to work with this, though. I mean, I think... Does it still happen even if I replace this with regular blocks? No. Okay. Oh, hold on. This just needs to be reversed. No, that's not how that works. Actually not how that works at all. Okay, this is harder than I thought it would be. music was playing before? Okay. Well, how would you do this? I'm trying to think. Like, riding a bike is obviously the opposite, but hips and knees were not made for this. Yeah, fair enough. How? Oh. Ooh, interesting concept. Ooh. Glass. Hold up. I have an interesting idea. I don't know if this will work, but this is an interesting idea. So this will have to go up one, right? So the church I'm passing has a 3-pronged cross. What? How does that work? What? That's strange. I checked how this works. It's really interesting. Never would have come up with something like that. I think I've just done something that might be helpful. Maybe? I don't know if this is helpful. Maybe it is. But essentially, see the problem. I think making it like the original will be easier. Yes, but I'm trying to challenge myself. Actually, wait. I know how to do this. I just need to reverse what's sitting on what. Which is actually good because it rolls it down a block. Which means I can just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9. This doesn't need to be glass. It can just be regular blocks. Yep. And that won't block it at all. Which means I can also take this book. Use pages to choose button type. This can be 1. This can be 2. This can be 3. This can be 4. This can be 5. This can be 6. This can be 7. This can be 8. This can be 9. This can be 10. What the heck is happening? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then that can go away. Face Fu should hung out high. Hi, Finn! hacks, bro. What? I still think making it like the original would be. Wild Finn, I'm walking 1.5 miles up on a flare day. Pray for me. Oh no, I'm almost there. I can see the end. When I made the book 11 pages on 3 page outputs 3, but on 4 page outputs 5. That's weird. Pizza, I gotta go, but thank you again. Of course. See ya, Hawk. What the heck did I just do to it? Oh. It's powering the pistons weird. If I power it to here. Yeah. Wait, what? Did it just skip? I think mine's doing that too. 1 goes there. 2 goes there. 3. On 10 pages, 2 and 3 skips. You don't get output 3. Also, 4 gives 5 and 5 gets 7. Great! Fantastic! Fantastic! Love that. Thanks, Minecraft. Guess we're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, if I do this, 2, 3. No, it still does. Look at that. Look at that strange behavior. It's giving an output of 4. Despite it being on page 3. Look, 1, 2, 3. And it goes to output 4. No, it's not that you have to skip every other. It's that it's like just wrong. Which is great, you know? I think the last page is required to give power 15. Each page is a % of the length of the possible signal, so you need to pull 16 or 15 or whatever to get proper length. Gotcha. So if I just go to 15, this page is here for redstone purposes. Then it will give... Yep, that's what it was. Genius. I think I figured out how to do this, by the way, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Finn to the rescue. Or don't you have other contraption which don't have floating items? Probably Etho. It's always Etho. It's always Etho. Every time it's Etho. See? Look what this does, though. Look what this does. I figured it out. Look. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Not powered. Only that one's powered. I'm a genius. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, that feels good. That feels good. Look at that. Redstone encoder. Redstone lectern encoder from scratch. Hallelujah. And then, yep, that goes to the next one. And then it goes to the next one. Yeah. That's all the, yeah, yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. Okay. And it's underground. And it's underground and easy to, okay, cool. So can I put carpet on top of this or something and like make it? Nah, because then you can't access it. That's fine. Nice. Okay, cool. So now I just got to figure out how to essentially transfer that into a different signal. So what I think I'm gonna do is just something like this. I'm gonna do a very similar thing where I just have the so that goes through. And I'm just gonna have it wrap around back. You also do lectern full block comparator, and the comparator still reads the lectern. I could do that, yeah. Yeah. Actually, that might be a lot easier. Loki, that's really smart. Hold on, I'm gonna. Editor, save, red. Just gonna delete this. And then we can just make this. So what we want is this, and then that. Yes, and it will still read the same. It'll still read the same thing, hopefully. So if I do this, load schematic, red, load schematic. Oh gosh. That's not what I wanted it to do. Schematic placement configure. And what you can do, what I do is I just take a stick. Minus. Cool. And I can just unload that schematic. Move the area editor. And then just put that there. Wonderful. And it's back to working like normal. As long as I replace that. Wonderful. Okay. That works great.
Hello there.
Hello there. The Wizard Harry, hello. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. It's pretty good. Okay, now I need to figure out if I have... Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this part. I think this is redundant. All I really need from this is... So let's build the... So we built the encoder. Let's build the other part of the circuit next. So if we have a shulker, let's just use a regular shulker for now. Let's put a shulker in there. Yes. On funk. Something like that. That into that. Okay. And then we can't put it above there. I don't want it to be... I would love if I could hide that behind, but I don't think I can. What we can do is we can just say there needs to be a counter. You can just say there needs to be a counter here. And that should be fine. Where redstone fails you, you just build around it, you know? Needs to be a counter there. Something like that. And then that's a repeater, torch. And then if I put something in. Okay. So what I need Aha! I forget which of these is longer. What do you use for the locator bar compass, by the way? It's locator heads. Locator heads has the compass built in. I'm like inches away from a solution here, but I just don't know.
Hello there.
Hello there. Unthinking script, thank you. Even Pizza says aha to his redstone thingy. I'm gonna head out. Good luck, have fun with redstone. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Hope you have fun doing whatever you're doing. Oh goodness, that's not what I meant to do. Shulker. Man, this is going to be difficult for sure. Glass. Let's just for now grab the white stained glass that we all know and love. So I need that to be powered. I need this to be powered. So that needs to be like that. This needs to be powered. That gives me redstone down at the bottom. But I need it to be fully powered unless but I only need one tick. One tick redstone pulse. Let's work with this. So if I do this, if I have this, I could get one of those. I think this might have to be 3-wide vending machine, which is honestly okay, but it just means, yeah, no, honestly it's probably better. So let's say that goes to here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put this underground. Hawk will just have to have a little bit of like space at the back here. Not much I can do about that. I will get slabs though, so to make sure these don't overlap. Now if I... What? Oh. Durr. Because I need it to be reversed. I'm stupid. Can I? Something like this, maybe? This, which goes to this, which goes to this, which then goes to this. Shoot. I'm reading chat. Flip-flop time? Yeah. Blub, Hawk will be happy about the symmetry. Is there a reason you use a shulker box? Just because you can dye it and it fits in better with like vending machines. Just because it blends in. No other particular reason. I need it slightly different. Hold on, let me try something here. Oopsies. Slab. Heck. Ooh, hold on. Strange. I'm gonna go live in 2 minutes because he is gonna be live soon. Fair enough. Hope you have fun at your live stream. Man, there's gotta be a better way of doing this. From a copper bulb, it's gonna send 2 ticks. Yeah, I'm just... There's gotta be a way around that. Ooh, wait. I think I know the way around that. I remember the way around that. Apparently I don't know the way around that. Hold on a minute. I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! I don't know how, I don't know why, but I did it! So if I clear my inventory, get some diamonds in here instead. If it works, it works. If it works, don't touch it. Yeah, exactly. Okay. If it works, don't touch it. And we're not going to touch it. So yeah, if I put this in here, it doesn't immediately leave until I do that. And it takes 1 diamond. 1 diamond. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make it so whenever this triggers, you also, not only does it do that, but it also gives you, also pulls sticky pistons. And see what this is going to do. Ah, needs to be comparators. No. suppose I guess it has to just be wool. I thought that would work. I wanted to kind of show that, but that's alright. Hello? Oh. What? Just have to. I guess I'll just make a target block so that works. Target blocks, then a line of redstone dust. Gotcha. Okay. Do that. Nope, not that. It could work with copper bulbs. Yeah, the problem is I think it would trigger and then you pull it up and then it like wouldn't untrigger. You know what I mean? I want this to be like a constant output. I essentially want this to be yeah, so I want this to come across here. This to come around here. So this will come down, trigger whatever's selected, and then actually I wanted to give you 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So you're going to have this one. Did that trigger twice like I thought it did? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. And then you just have dropper. Dropper. What are you getting powered from? Oh. I see. Should I just trigger? Yep. And then we could also make chest, hopper, and then a little bit of internal storage, like so. That doesn't interfere, so you can kind of stock up a little bit. And then have these just filter their way over. Let's grab some composters. Man, I've been live for an hour and I have not done the thing that I meant to do. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna make this go over here. Okay, cool. Gotta go. Bye. See you, Red. Thanks for stopping in. There. And then we make it. How did I design it? How did I design it over here? I know I did a lot of these. Observer. Hopper. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Where did I put it? It's up here. Okay, so here. This block? Oh yeah. It's this. This. And then composters on these two, and then just any random block. Let's put a red wool in there. Hello? Redeemed pants check. I am wearing pants. Thank you for pants checking. Actually, that reminds me, I'm gonna pop out the activity feed. Cool. Okay. Now. Let's see. I believe this should work perfectly fine. So if we just go in here, I'm just gonna set it to number 1. Do those not pull back up? What just happened with that one? Maybe I'll just make them an extra tick longer to make sure that... Okay. Yeah, I think I just need to be a little bit longer. Cool. So, what we can do then is let's go to food and drinks. Let's get potion of night vision, potion of invisibility, jump boost, fire resistance, swiftness, instant health, regen, poison, harming, you know, that works. Cool. So we've got all of those loaded. Wonderful. And these are all droppers. So if I choose... He's wearing pants. I'm wearing pants. Hi, Will. So if I choose, I want number 1. I want 2 of those. Two splash resins are harming in my inventory. But if I want number 4. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And number 4 should be this one? Yes. Okay. It works. It works really well, actually. That works exceedingly well. Let's go. That's awesome. And then Hawk can decorate this however they choose. But yeah. You just get a sign. There you go, and you can just choose what potion you want. Submit the diamond. And you get the potions. And you can do it pretty consistently too, to get like a bunch of them. I think I did it 5 times. No, 4 times. I did it 4 times. Did it 3 times and got 3 batches of night vision. And that's it. That's the machine. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. And the wall will only have to be that much extra thick. Which is honestly not all that bad. That's not bad at all. Machine is machining. Machine is in fact machining. So let's grab the schematic for this for Hawk. That was really fun actually. I've never messed with lectern encoders before. So that's a new circuit in my Hawk's potion vending machine. Save schematic. Allow me a moment to go into the folder. Grab the schematics, not schematics. Yes, there you go. There we go. There we go. There. Cool. And then that's fully done. That is good to go. Good to go. You just have to have that little rest area and then the little bit of free redstone space back here. Not too much at all. I imagine, you know, maybe you want something in the back of the wall here. I don't know. You could even turn this into just like the way in. You could turn this into like this could be part of like the building. You could like cut this off. Yeah, you could cut that off and make that part of the building and it'd be fine. Have the entrance be there and you turn the corner to go in. Maybe make a little bathroom in that room or something. I don't know. Lots of possibilities. But it does in fact work. Works pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. Nice. Okay. Now, we've been live for just under an hour and a half, so I don't know how much of this we're going to get started. I don't know how much of this realistically we're going to be able to get through. But the thing I would like to update, to renovate, is this right here. So this is my first attempt, my first kind of lame attempt. Wait, me. The lectern encoder is actually going to be the most useful thing in the universe for this. What? How did I not think of that? I actually didn't think of that. The lectern encoder is actually going to be so useful for this. Wait. Wait. How do I... That's actually going to be super useful. Okay, yeah. No, the lectern encoder is actually going to be the most useful thing in the world for this. And pizza just keeps winning. Neuron activate. Exactly! It's actually like... Hold on. I gotta get, like... Where's... I'm gonna add all of the... I just realized like, there's so much I can add to... I can add to stream music. Okay, here we go. There we go. No, but wait. I wanna completely redesign this, but low-key, like, that's actually gonna be the most useful circuit in the universe for that. Yeah. Yeah. That's actually gonna be so useful. What wool color? Let's use green wool for the selection. So I'm going to... let me give a quick demonstration of how this works first. Essentially, with this original design, you walked up, you pressed this big board of options that you had, and you could be like, I want to go to station 7. You got in the minecart, and then it would eventually send you off with a chest minecart in front of you that has your final destination in it. And then when you got to each station, it'd be like, okay, where are you going? It would stop you, it would read what ticket you had, and it'd be like, okay, you're either at your destination, or we need to send you in this direction next to get there. So it's like, it was a big web of different train stations where you could jump between each of them to get to where you needed, but you didn't have to get out in the intermediate stations. You could just sit in there and let it take you there, and enjoy the ride, and it was great. However, it's big, it's bulky, the intake rail is underground, which is lame, and, you know, it could be better. It could be a lot better. It could be a lot better. So, the way we're going to fix this is by completely redesigning it from the ground up with the same basic principles, but with better redstone. Who designed this? I did, several months ago, like 6 months ago. But I am better at redstone now, and not by an insignificant margin, than I was back then. Partially because I took on 2 big redstone projects for ChronoQuest and for the bank. So I am significantly more confident in my redstone ability now to redesign this and make it more efficient, more compact, better, A little bit less sporadic looking, you know, etc., etc. So that's what we're gonna do. We are going to just start designing. We're gonna start designing a completely refurbished. Okay, my question is, can I? It doesn't work. Dang it. Okay, that is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. And that also means, hang on. That also means we can have like we can have up to 14 stations now instead of the original 9. Yeah, we can have as many stations as we want. We don't have to be limited to this. We'll still need a big item filter setup. Yeah, we still need a pretty decent sized item filter setup. But then, yeah. Okay. I have a vision for this now. So we essentially just need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we get another. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. On top of this, we get that. Underneath these, we get the target blocks. We get the green wool. And past that, we get the wool with the repeaters. Wonderful. And we can take this. We can say Station 1, Control A, Control C, Control V, Station 2, Station 3, Station 4, Station 5, Station 6, Station 7, Station 8, Station 9, Station 10, Station 11, Station 12, Station 13, Station 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Blank page. No, hold on. Station, choose what station you would like to go to with this lectern. Station 1, Station 2, Station 3, Station 4, Station 5, Station 6, Station 7, Station 8, Station 9, Station 10, Station 11, Station 12, Station 13, Station 14. Okay. Yeah, so that's 0, no station. 1. Let's see if we can get it like in view here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Cool. Encoder works. Encoder works just fine. Now we get a bunch of these. We also make these 2 ticks to make these a little bit more reliable. Cool. We do that. I kind of want to make it like a... Let's just make it like a little box for now. And in the little box... we can make a small button. Let's get a white line for the trigger. This will be our trigger line. That's our trigger line. So if we trigger... Cool. That'll trigger it once. Wonderful. Okay. And we can have a nice little... Let's have a note block here as well. That can be like a PA announcement. Okay. Cool, we're getting somewhere. This is already... It's quite large, but I think this is perfectly manageable. I think it's perfectly manageable. This is not all that bad. From what I learned here as well, we have to have this line. Okay, so what we can do here is similar to what we did here. Is we can have... Okay, I want to lay out the actual line of rails here. This part's a little harder. And I want you to either go here, here, or there. Those are the 3 directions I want you to go in. So we're gonna start here. Obviously we've got this direction, we've got this direction, and we've got into the tunnel. So the interesting part about this so the other direction needs to be here. So essentially we'll have, yeah, okay. We'll have 3 directions you can come in or go out. Straight, right, left. Those are your 3 directions. So there's 3 possible nodes. So your average, any given station will be able to go in 3 different directions. It'll be able to go to 3 different quadrants. Not quadrants. 3 different stations that are adjacent to it in the web. Not 4, because that kind of, you know, then we're getting to like building hubs and then satellites, and it's you don't want too much connecting into too much. It complicates things a little bit. But what we can do is we can say, we want this one and this one. And what essentially what I want to essentially happen here is I want one of these. I want one of these. Yeah, this. And if it grabs, that'll be off. Yes. And I want to replicate the exact same thing on the other side. So I want this here and here. And if this grabs, it does that. But if it doesn't grab, it'll go there, or it'll go there. It doesn't go there, it'll go there. It doesn't go there, it'll go there. It doesn't go there, it'll go there. Okay. So this is easy now, because essentially what we can do is we can just trigger something like that. Okay, and then we can take detector rail, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, detector rail. So if you're coming in here, you very much want this. So let's get wool. Red. This one's even simpler to do. Cool. Okay. All right. And even if these are both triggered the other way. No, this. For incoming, you always want so let's say she's used this as an example. Let's say that we've got a redstone torch down there. So let's say we're going here. Both of those are activated, which is bad for us. That's... yeah. Cool. Okay. That works well. Now we've got that mostly worked out. Let's work out the sorting. sorting and how this is handled. Okay. The most difficult part of anything like this make something a lot more redundant than we had last time too. Be nice. So the dispenser, yeah, we need a dispenser for these. So if I get that, cool. We can get mine carts and also chest mine carts. Mine carts can go in here. Chest mine carts can go in there. And that's how we want that to fill up. Wonderful. Now there will also be equally impressive bit of, yep, that. Something along those lines would be pretty good. So the difficult part here is going to be we need another wool color. Magenta. We'll use magenta. Oopsies. Something like this. Actually, I might have made this the perfect fit. Hold up. I might have done this extremely well, actually. I think I did. I think I actually did. Hold on. I need to make these repeaters in here first. Something like that. Dropper, dropper, dropper. Chest. That's not what I want, actually. Hold up. This isn't what I want. Hold on. I think I messed this up. I think I did this backwards. Yeah, I did. Because that... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because this needs to... So if this triggers, it needs to drop. And that needs to go into there. No. Yes. Yes? Yes, but this doesn't actually even have to line up, so we can put this further back. Actually, that's probably wise. It's probably wise to put this further away. So let's do that. Essentially, I want this to always go this way. Yep. This will always go here. Wrap. Yep. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to come around here. It will always send you in like so. It will check your ticket. Magenta. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14. One. Something like that. Shoot. wait, this actually works perfectly. Because this can just go... Nah, that won't work quite as I intend, but... Okay. That should function. I don't know if I can fit a sorter in there. Problem is I can't really combine those two systems unless I extend this a ton. I'm really not interested in trying that right now. But that's okay, because for now we'll just do this. Could probably combine those two systems, but that would kind of suck to try to do. Something like that. How'd this one work? Now there does have to be another piece of the puzzle right here. So this one needs to be just for this just needs to be for intake. Okay, so you're here. You choose which one you want. I want to go to station 5. It drops out station 5 for me. That station 5 can also just go straight. Let's make this a 3-stage system. want to consider. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try it just to see if it does. Ooh, what we can do instead. Hold up. No, that won't work. Shoot. No, it will if we do, it will if we do it like this. We do this, we put the hoppers here. Put the wool here. Then the comparators. Composter. It's definitely a use for composters right here. Keep anything else from entering those. And then essentially what you can do with this is you can turn this into its own kind of decoder, but it's just 3 stages, right? So I could say, okay, any from these go to green. Any from these go to yellow, and then any from these go to orange. And you can essentially just set up this little miniature decoder. Yes, because that means once you've decoded from this side which of those needs to go through, you can do the exact same thing and just mirror it from this side. So you can decode and this is actually even easier to decode because you can just take 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is actually going to be even easier to do. Because you can just say anything from here goes into there. Anything from here goes into there. And anything from here goes into there. And it's all the same thing. So it's just a two-way decoder. Yeah. Why don't you use Axiom? It has the ability to walk through blocks and also not interact with pressure plates and many more fun stuff, which makes life easier for living redstone. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I know there's a lot of cool buildings, like building and like quality of life stuff in there, but it makes the building process like clunkier for me. Like it in the attempt to make building in redstone less clunky, it makes it more clunky for me because there's more things for me to think about. I've tried it a couple times and I just like, nah, just let me build. I don't have any like inherent problem with Axiom. Like I don't like dislike that Axiom exists. I think it's a great tool for people who are good with it. Personal preference, like yeah, exactly. It's just personal preference. I just don't prefer to use it. Like people who do use Axiom and are good at it, I'm like, wow, that's cool. It's cool that you know how to do that. But for me, it's like kind of not useful. It's just like low-key kind of not useful. And then yellow. Yellow we make So if I trigger the orange, that will take you to the left. If I trigger the yellow, it will take you to the right. If I trigger the green, it'll take you straight. No. It'll take you left. So I need... to go here. If I trigger the green. Okay, now if I trigger the green, it'll go straight. If I trigger the yellow, it'll go right. If I trigger the orange, it'll go left. Okay. Wiring there is a little messy, but it works. Which is good. That's all we need. Hopper. What am I saying? What am I doing? What am I trying to do here? So that needs to go into there. And then proceed all the way to here. All the way to there. Here, and then we need to have the same wool. We'll do black. This observers. More of those all the way up. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I want to make this modular though. So what I think I might do Okay, I'm gonna make this design. Bros like building stuff. Hi, Finn. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I am like building stuff. That is in fact something I am doing. Don't know how it's working, but you know, sometimes we ball. Chest. We do that. And okay, so there's gonna be a little bit of a whenever we come in, how did I handle it last time? So when you come in, there's one of those. That's not powered by default. This one is, though. But then once you hit that, you also hit this detector rail. So... doing that. Something like that. We want this to be on by default. In fact, because of that, let's replace it with a blue. But because we want it on by default, we also want to make sure that we can fully disable it. So we want the piston into that. Okay, so let's see. If I come in with a chest minecart followed by a regular minecart. That does in fact seem to work. Now, this isn't going very fast, but imagine... the minecarts would be going slightly faster in-game. So, we imagine that that stops there. And then this runs through, essentially. So that does its thing. And then this guy... Wait! You scared the crap out of me! You scared the ever-living daylights out of me. Hello. Hi, Wade. Oh my gosh, you scared the bejesus out of me. How's the redstone going? Redstone is, it's going fantastic, actually. I am redesigning a previous... I'm redesigning a previous thing that I made several months ago. It's a redstone, like, minecart rail transport system where you can just press a button to where you want to go. It takes you in the minecart. You go in, and it, like, it brings you there automatically. Very fun system. However, it was kind of like jank, and I built it several months ago, so I am currently making a slightly less jank version of it. Been playing Species Unknown. Honestly, such a rush of a game. Action thriller multiplayer. Ooh, sounds fun. I've never heard it before. So you're remaking? Yeah, I'm rebuilding the same thing, but a little bit more advanced. Instead of like these buttons here that limits me quite substantially, I made a redstone encoder. So this helps me choose where you want to go, and then you choose which station you want to go to, then you hit the button, and then hopefully it takes you there. Earlier I made this for a friend of mine on Echocraft, so this is a vending machine, potion vending machine that you can also choose which potion you want, and then it dispenses a couple potions for you. And it takes one of your diamonds, and then it dispenses the potion for you. And I did this beforehand because I was like, this will be a nice redstone warm up. Then it took me an hour, but I figured out how the lectern encoders work, so I just copy pasted that same idea over here. So wish you could understand redstone stuff. It is complex. It is actually someone on our server has a great like redstone tutorial series, which actually helped me a lot whenever they joined. I was like, whoa, this is some cool stuff. I only started getting like actually good at it as of like a couple months ago. Anyways, gonna lurk as I need to grab food before shops close. Hope you have an amazing stream. Of course, Wade. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for bringing your viewers. Hope your stream was great. Go eat food. Take care of yourself. How are we doing, new peoples? We love redstone. We love redstone. Yippee. Let's see. So if that... How do I want to handle this? I suppose I should probably start with this circuit and then go from there. We love redstone. Although what I will do is I will make this circuit, which is a little extra. We love redstone. Something like this. Something like this. Like that. do something like that. And then, yes, with this, we can just... easily and simply redstone, yeah, we don't want that to be the default. We want this to be the exception. So we will do that and that. Wonderful. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So if that comes in and it detects that it is a hopper from this station, that's a ticket from this station, it triggers that to allow us to come through. And then also triggers this, which allows me to do that. Bonk, 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 bonk. This. Realize that's going to be a problem, so we're going to do that instead. We're just going to move it over one. Where's the torch? Something like that. That. Wonderful. And then this will just need to connect up to that. I should just put something... honestly, anything there. Let's get paper, anvil, station 1, station 15. Oh, okay. Okay, that part works. That part works. That part works great. Wonderful. Okay. Sand. Sand. Cactus. We just want a activator rail. Activator rail, maybe here. Cool. That doesn't affect anything else. No, because we also want this to be. We want both of these to be minecart grabbers. Starting to shape up. It's starting to shape up. More wool there. Actually, this needs to. That's a little unfortunate. Sand, cactus, slab. And perfect crime type stuff here. What am I saying anymore? I can tell I'm getting stream fatigue already. I can tell I'm getting stream fatigue. I'm just rambling at this point. Nothing that I'm saying makes any sense. What am I saying? Okay, cool. And then we can just grab composter. You realizing you were not making any sense did make sense. That's true. That's true. This is true and I can't dispute it. Issue. No, this still needs to be this orientation. What needs to change here is... Oh gosh. Okay. That's fine. Yep. Yep. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. This is fine. This is all fine. All of this is fine. that, and then that. Okay. That's been fixed. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting back to what we were doing before. So with that orientation, it will be fine. Feel that. Cool. And we can just do the exact same thing here. Here. This won't be in the way. We can do the same thing with this here. Wait a minute. Does this work? I think that... Wait a minute. Does this work the way I think it does? Because if it does, that would be freaking awesome. Let's just get another station 15 on us. Okay. Pretend that moves a little farther forward. Where are they stuck? Are both of them stuck there, or just... Where's this one stuck? There. I gotcha. Okay, so if I make this go around... Oh, but there's two there. Oh, that's bad. Hello, I am back. Hi, back. I'm Pizza Bob. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I swear. The only way of fixing this in my brain is just by removing these. The mythical back. The mythical back is back. Let's see. Why is this stuck here? So that worked fine, presumably? I'm trying to ask if I was a Twitch streamer today, and I went, yeah. Why isn't this working? Why? I made them dispensers and not droppers. Idiot, 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 idiot. Stupid, dumb, dumb, idiot, bozo. Much better. What are you making? I am rebuilding the minecart transportation hub to be a like I would say less jank. It's still kind of jank, but less jank from a surface level. You can't see any of the jank. Like this one, it like you like bob and weave on the way in and out, and then the way in you had to have like a separate like underground portion of it to let you in, and it, like went down and under into the thing, and then it had to come around here, and then it split, and it was weird. This is going to be much easier to understand, and also let me show you how the thing works. You got the schematic, of course. This is the basic layout. The entire circuit is basically all of the red here. And the only thing you're going to have to do up top is make a little bit of a thick wall here for this part. That's it. So you can essentially come up to the vending machine, and you're also going to have to make this counter or something on the inside because under that is redstone. But it's perfectly functional because, watch this. So I put a couple diamonds in there because I want to get 2 different types of potions, right? I'm going to be like, okay, let me get some of potion number 4. Give it just a moment. There you go. Now I got 2 potion regen. I'm like, okay, that's not all I want. Let me get a couple potion number 8s. Give it a second. And now I get 2 potions of invisibility. And it's essentially just this lectern decoder. And then it allows the pulse to come through for the droppers, which all have external storage, so you can fill them up pretty well. And you could probably make those double chests too if you just put them in there. Yeah, you can make those double chests as well if you wanted. And then yeah, that just double triggers. So it triggers once, and then it has a pause, and it triggers a second time, and then it just sends them up through a dropper in the floor, and it gives them to you up here. So you got the lectern in the floor to choose which one you want. You put the money in the shulker box. I can switch to Twitch so I can wrap up my points. Yes. Nerd. Okay. I want to hear the slander. Anyways, you put the diamond in there. And it only takes 1 diamond at a time. So if I press it again, it will only ever take 1 diamond at a time, which is actually harder than you might think to get it to do. And then it always gives you the right amount right there. And then you can check. Yep, it's the same one right there. This is surface level. You haven't even seen the nerdier redstone yet? Yep. Yep. Thank you, Pizza. Oh my god. What can I say? What can I say? Only ever takes 1, and it gives you 2 in return each time. It essentially works the same way as how whenever you put the keys in or put the time tokens in Chrono Quest, how it like exchanges them for you and does it like the right, it like pulls 1 and then gives you 2, or it pulls 3 and then gives you 1. It's the same thing, but you have to trigger it every time. So when you put it in, it just doesn't automatically do it. You put it in and then you have to trigger it, and then it will take 1 and give you 2. Like so. And there you go. Eat your potions. Perfectly reasonable. This is the harder redstone, which after I built all of this from scratch, and I was like, oh wow, I figured out the lecture. I figured out the lectern encoder from scratch. It's not the same design as like something I just pulled from the internet. I looked at some internet stuff to be like, okay, how do they manage this? But then I didn't like follow a tutorial. I just like put one together myself. And this was my own interpretation of it. Very fun to build, actually. A very neat little redstone thing. But I basically just copy pasted the electron encoder over here for the stations, because it means we can now have 15 stations across the whole server. So it's 14 stations to choose from, including, and then plus the one you're in. Which means we can have a maximum of 15 stations now instead of 9, which is awesome. And it's got this whole decoder here, which releases the ticket. It detects when it has the ticket. It tells you where you need to go from there. And then it changes which direction these will go. You can decode these to be whatever direction you want them to be in. It's gonna be really cool. What I might end up doing is just saying the station order in the book. Essentially the issue here is you need to have like 3 different directions that you can go. So you need to split up which direction you need to go in by like what stations you're inputting. So if I input any of these 3 stations, it will change the route so that I go, I believe left is the lime green. And then essentially like yellow goes forward, orange goes right, or maybe it's switching those 2. Either way, you get the idea. The problem is that at each station, station 1, station 2, station 3 won't have the same direction that you need to encode. So what I will probably end up doing is I will just change the book layout and like the order in which they are encoded for every station to optimize where you need to go. So you will get to say, hey, I need to go to station number 3 or station 4, but station 4, page 5 will not have station 4 at every station. It will have whatever it needs until it hits to the point where it needs to encode something different. Same with this side, the incoming side. So you come in and it throws you in here, and then it reads which of these you're doing. I think I'm also realizing I actually need slightly different way of doing this. Yes. Okay. Perfect, 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 perfect. Something like this, something like that, something like this, and that. Okay. Now that we can work with. Unless that might be a problem. So hold on, let me just okay. That shouldn't be an issue. Cool. Yellow, I'm back. Hey, red, everyone's coming back. We've made some good progress. I am trying to figure out how redstone works. I'm just trying to think of, like, logically what my next step needs to be. So this needs to go here. Oh, I know what I can do. I can just pull from here, right? And then we get a, let's say pink is our startup sequence. So with our startup sequence, okay, didn't mean for that to happen. I guess it needs to happen here. Why is it so big though? Because it isn't just sending you in a direction, it also has an intake. So I'll explain it with the functional one. So the first thing that it essentially does is I get to choose what station I want to go to. It then lets you enter the minecart, and then in front of you it'll actually have a chest minecart. And the chest minecart holds the ticket with where you're trying to go. So, but whenever you're incoming, like so, if I just do this a little bit. I don't know why it's stuck. Why is it stuck? Whenever you're incoming, it reads where your ticket is, and instead of making you get out and choose which station you want to go to next, it just sends you the optimal path to get to that station. So it's essentially, it's going to be a web of stations, and each station is its own mini computer, asking you, hey, where's your final destination? I'll figure out where to send you next to get there fastest. So it's like a whole, is that you're still making that vending machine? No. Vending machine's right here. The vending machine is done. Vending machine is not that bad, actually. Vending machine is very useful. This is a completely different redstone thing. And now I'm figuring out how to trigger it. And that part I do not know. So, this... only hit 210 points. L, low points individual. Why is autism so expensive? Every autistic person in the universe has asked that question, but in a different context. Oh my gosh. No? There we go. And then we get light blue for the kickoff. Okay. OMG, how did it become 4 a.m.? I guess I was too focused in my game. Go to bed. Go to bed, Janek, please. I don't want to be responsible for people other than me having ruined sleep schedules. Another note block there. We put a note block there. I got more points. Hee hee. Hee hee. More points. Hee, more points. I can't wait for whenever I build these to make a obscene amount of to make a bunch of voice lines. I'm gonna be making these voice lines because I'm gonna be doing a male voice over the microphone that's just like, "We are currently departing for Station 13. Please get in the minecart before we leave you behind because we are not coming back to pick you up." I can't wait to do that. Oh my. Oh, I could make like rotating voice lines. Oh, I could make rotating voice lines. Ooh, rotating voice lines could be fire actually. Rotating voice lines could be super fire. I have radio effects. I can make your audio sound like it came from radio. I have that on yeah, I have that through DaVinci as well. DaVinci can do that. Yeah, I can make a bunch of different voice lines for each one. Yes. Okay. I can make a bunch of different voice lines. Here we go. So we'll have one for whenever you select which you're going into, right? So yeah. Yep, cool. And then that'll trigger that. Okay. It's looking pretty good so far. We need to... I don't think I want to try to do the encoding and the final testing now, because we've already been streaming for just over 3 hours, which is a long time, and I'm hungry, and I need to go eat and do a little bit more work. But this is good. This is good. We got a lot of good work done. This is turning out very well. It's actually genuinely less scuffed than the other one. Far less so. I don't have to worry about water tunnels. It's actually, I think I made the system bigger. But it's less scuffed and has more stations available to it. So I will probably finish this in my own time, but I'm glad that I figured this out. And what I could probably do, like, honestly, is... See, but that's annoying. Ooh, that is annoying. What I'm probably gonna do here actually is I'm just going to... So we're gonna do this. And just say that all of these... we'll say that these are this station tickets. Other station tickets. Other station tickets. And then, yeah, we'll be able to label these as needed. Yeah, cool. I will work on like the encoding and make sure everything works. But it should work as intended. This is pretty much perfect. Actually, we'll do a quick test just to make sure. We'll just use station 1 as regular paper. And then we'll say station 1 is also here. So let's say I want to go to station 1. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Why didn't that work? Did it not power? Oh, it just didn't power. How do I get that to power easily? Yeah, let's just say that this goes back in here, that, and then that's just for the sake of reset, like so. Yep, we want to go to station 1. We trigger. We wait for it. Do. Yeah, and then it sends us off. Ooh, that was too fast. That's okay. Let's try that one more time. Made it slightly longer delay, so hopefully that'll be okay. I could just make it like an even longer delay. Try to time it, but... Ooh, that was too long of a delay. It's too long of a delay. Let's see. Way too long of a delay. Wait, I know what the problem was. It's just because this has no mechanism to switch it back. Yet. So actually we want this to be a shorter delay. Okay. I don't need to do true encoding on this yet. Okay. Could be a that could be a problem. Teacher, remember to take a break. Yeah, I know. I'm realizing that this could be a problem though. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. No, because it will only, yeah, it'll only ever gather up by one, so that's not a problem actually. No, it is a problem. I need to troubleshoot this real quick. Okay, I'll have to figure this out then in my own time. How I can get this. Get this up and over. Yo, Slime Rancher theme? Yeah, Slime Rancher theme. Yeah, I think I might have to take another. That's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. I might have to take another pulse out the back for each of those individually and move them up. Ooh, actually, single use test. Actually, might have found a solution. Yep. Found a solution. We will use that. that actually, it's a little complex and it's a little expensive, but it fixes the problem. Oh wait. No, it doesn't. Or unless it just low-key does. And I'm being stupid. Would this fix the problem? Or would this just like make the problem more complex? It's one of the two. It's either gonna completely fix the problem or it's gonna make it more complex. It completely fixed the problem. Okay, good to know. That it didn't work that time. Why didn't it work that time? So it didn't completely fix the problem. But why? K2. Did it? If I do that, does it completely fix the problem? No. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't. Why did it work? You know what? Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna cut myself off here. Thank you guys all for hanging around. This will be much later down the line when it actually gets used for anything, but I wanted to do some redstone and I figured I'd stream it. So let's see, who can we raid? If you guys want to be part of the raid, let me grab if YouTube's people want to be part of the raid, you can go to Twitch. Let's see who we're going to raid. Oh, Sky's live. Yeah, that might be a good, that's a good option. Yeah, okay, cool. Goodbye, YouTube. Let's goodbye, everyone. Enjoy.
I
am
Steve.
But if you close your eyes, does it